You know, your plan of world domination sounds really interesting. Do you mind explaining to me
Hardock,
how you plan
no.
on doing this?
Hardock, Hardock,
Message Kendrick.
Hardock.
Good one, Hardock. You might be able to get secrets from him. Smart move.
Chloe's gonna start like trying to pat Hardock on the leg, but it's just gonna just end up with her weakly slapping his knee and then missing every other hit.
I won't even feel it because you're hitting the shadow leg.
Hardock.
Seems like you've had a lot of time to think about this. Like, how do you know, like, what calculations to make? How far you have to go for this? Like, what made you go for this? What's your drive?
4-wheel.
As a pop starts wading through the grass, he seems to ponder your question for leaving you with instincts before giving you a question of his own. Plans of a god matter to that of a mortal. Why aren't you out living your life? You know the world is going to end. Do you not have loved ones? Those you wish to hold, to be with instead? Why?
All my
Well,
loved ones killed.
I just don't know where mine are. That's why I'm kind of on this journey, and I got roped into somehow trying to save the world instead of finding my crew. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good question. Why am I here? Why am I going through all this when my main goal was the crew?
Exactly. Every person within this realm was programmed to have their own life, their own meaning. Everything is set exactly as it needs to be, down to the seasons being perfect and magically maintained by the gods. It is not of sense of mortals to determine what a god does.
Alright, but here's another question. Since you've been trying this for several different times, as evidenced by Chilean being alive still and remembering you, why are you just settling for one realm?
He kind of pauses as he's walking through the grass and he goes, "What do you mean?"
I mean, Chilean has fought you in several different realms in the past. And each time that world has been destroyed, and then you come to another one. And you're just fighting for the one. Why not all of them?
He visibly bites his tongue as he chuckles with a smile on his face. But he will just keep walking, and he kind of ignores your question.
I take it you are just trying to conquer all of them, but you're trying to figure out how then. Do you have any idea why Chilean's still alive with you?
You know so very little, Hardock. Unfortunately. And he'll grit his teeth and keep walking.
Chloe is going to offer everyone a little lid of her alcohol to finish the one flask.
I just want to know more about your backstory and why you're driven for this, and why I'm here fighting you, because it seems like it must be fate. How did you start out? Did you just like appear out of thin air, or were you actually born from parents?
Chloe's going to be very curious about this, by the way, and just come closer to listen.
There's more silence, but it's very clear he's trying to muster up the courage to say something as he continues to open his mouth to speak, but then closes it and keeps walking. And then it's been a very, very long time. I hardly remember myself. In fact, if it weren't for the machine that I built, I wouldn't have hardly any recollection of it at all. It keeps my memories and helps capture moments that would have otherwise been lost.
That's sad.
It was a
Actually, I think that's pretty cool. He figured out a way to hold on. I think his family would be happy.
If that's the case, how do you know those memories haven't been altered?
Well, because they're not memories. It's an approximation of events. Data gathered from the collapse of several worlds. An approximation of what likely was. And it's the closest thing I'll ever get to remembering who I used to be. The first thing that I did when I found that I could access the outside of my realm, when I built my machine, was I made sure that if the world had collapsed and I was left stranded, that the machine would be there with me. It would survive too. It's designed to do exactly that. It's survived world after world. It may be the only thing older than me and Chilean. Of course, the first thing I thought of when attempting to seize control was to build my own pantheon of myself, but there aren't any other realms we can access. If there are, they're past an infinite void, one which would be meaningless to try to cross. It's not like I thought it would be. But we make do with the things that we are given.
What links Cillian to you? Because obviously none of us remember any other reality, which I'm sure we were a part of. But Chili's the only one that remembers what happened in the past ones, just like you.
He takes a breath as he stops parting through the grass, and he'll stop, turn to the party as everyone, and he'll say, Hardock, I've already asked this, but once again, I'll ask it again. Good is this information to you? Had you never known me, you would have never known there was another realm other than this. There's no good for a mortal to think of infinity. It means nothing to you. And it means very little to me. I don't want any part of it. I'm trying to stop. Ah, you wouldn't understand, he says. You couldn't. And he balls his fists up, and he'll just turn around and he'll just keep walking through the grass. And try as you might, today you're hardly going to get more of a word from him, leaving you to amongst your party the rest of the sun setting while you walk through the grasslands.
You know, at least he gave more answers than the cat did when I first met her.
Yeah, you ask a lot of weird questions when you meet people. Also, hard dog, that conversation. I don't like the way
I
it's
know, it
making me
was out of
feel.
place. I'm not that intellect usually.
No. It makes me feel weird. You can apply most of those questions to me, like, how do I know if I'm not being puppeted or
Well, but you're not as
uh
you're
uh
you're gentle,
Are you
Will.
a puppet?
uh I hope
You
not.
know if you're a clone, like Dinar was?
If I'm a clone, what's all my suffering for then? The suffering's made me
Uh,
who I am. If I'm a clone, why get rid of my suffering?
Well,
Get rid of my
obviously it's
memories.
for a reason like him, because he's suffering too, it sounds like.
This place sucks. Life sucks.
As you guys are traveling through the night, the sun has set a couple hours ago, and it's surprisingly not getting very cold. But each of you are getting tired and are deciding to set up a small campfire. Athoth and Apophis will work together, putting a few stones they can find in a small circle and layering up grass to start the fire with. and the rest of the party will begin to arrange their gear for camping overnight. When amongst their gear, the silvery liquid of your temporary companion, Ironwall, will begin to liquefy and then solidify into his natural form. And with Athoth, the living fire in the lantern, looking on with his mouth agape as you take form, Ironwall, could you describe yourself for the first time for Athoth and the audience?
Well, as the liquid is kind of solidifying into the iron wall, a piece of music can be heard. This specific piece of music isn't any kind of song or anything like that, it's just a violin playing. And as the said companion is forming, it starts from his legs, which are intertwined with both magical wood and very dense metal. Starts to go further up and revealing some chainmail, magically imbued, a sickle and a mace, one on each of his hips, a shield that cannot be currently seen as it is on his back, and then finally, the yellowish eyes of the Warforge and the nondescript facial features of that said Warforge. Again, the eyes are really the only thing that really hints to anything. And he is there standing playing his violin now. And as he fully forms, he stops. And says,
Oh, go ahead.
well, that was a good little, I don't know, nap, talk to a god, either here or there, somewhere between there. What'd I miss?
Apophis will rise up to his feet, threateningly holding his bundle of grass, and he'll point at you and go, "Who are you?"
It's Copper Floor.
Yes, I am the Iron Wall, a temporary guide, I would say, guide, partner, so on and so forth. How would you like to call me to this party? I'm
That's
here to
fine.
help them.
It's temporary.
I'm here to help them get to their friend Dinar, sent by the God of Machines not too long ago. Well, not too long for me, a little bit long for them, and possibly not too long for you either.
Great. Just what I need. Another chaperone.
Yay!
You
at
need
least we
more.
can help you out.
You need
know-
more than a chaperone.
You need Jesus. Ooh,
All of a
I
sudden,
want
just
Jesus.
all of a sudden, some guy in sandals walk by. Nope, I'm not doing that.
Do you know
I'm
how to
on
get
break.
robots?
Sorry, what's that?
tricked by it. Do you know how to get off robot? I've been tricked by a genie, and these fools don't seem to have a way out.
Iron Wall will fly with. Well, for them, they need to make it to the top of the mountain and their friend for his trial. You, well, I could care neither less or really know how that you are here.
Ugh.
What was it that you wished the genie for?
He puts his fingers to his temple and he says, "I wished for the genie to send me to the next plane. Clearly,
Well,
the
it's your
fucking
problem.
idiots sent me to the next plane of the afterlife and not. Do
Everyone
you
that
fools
You
realize
wish to fucking die?
without me in the mortal realm to give commands to the hive minds, they will begin to assimilate and destroy your entire world, city by city.
That doesn't sound good.
I will
Why,
admit that is
though?
a problem. Though a man that was able to make something as a hive mind should
No,
have thought a little bit more about his wish.
now I
If
have to say that is inside to me.
up here, you will be welcomed back to the mortal plane to a robot apocalypse.
No. Oh, that doesn't sound good. What's a robot?
He'll fucking facepalm and he's talking to him.
Ironwall will look at them and say, "What do you think a robot is?"
You. Well, why the fuck do you think I asked? I don't know.
You have one in your party as of current.
You. Chillian,
What?
are you a robot?
Am I a robot? I don't need existential dread, please. These questions scare me.
He's ready to the party. If
What?
are you the robot?
The robot is literally
But
in
you're
front of
still
us.
alive.
A robot is a type of automaton. Such as I. But the difference between a warforged and an automaton, or robot, is a robot has less control and less free will. A warforged,
Hardock.
Maybe Hardock is a robot.
A warforged can be a robot and having less free will, but many of them have the choice to either ignore an order or do anything that they think is proper to complete that order.
So are you?
I'm neither someone with free will and without.
Show me your free will.
Let's let this. Can you kick the rock?
Why don't you prove your worth? Apophis says as he throws the grass onto the pile of the fire pit. And keep us warm for the night.
Well, if warm is what you want, I can make sure you're nice and toasty. As a bit of iron wall starts to heat up.
Chloe's gonna.
Guys, he's gonna blow up.
And like, get close to him and just start purring.
Ironwall now sitting there as the local space heater.
Yay! Copper floor.
Just be glad she didn't lick you.
Thank you for the idea. Chloe's gonna burn her tongue now.
Oh my word.
Take a single point of fire damage.
It's been a whole day since any of you guys have eaten. And as
I don't need to eat anymore. We're in heaven.
I have rations.
as a pop glares at Ironwall and summons forth a spark at the tip of his finger to light the fire, each of your guys' stomachs begin to growl as you realize this. As Athoth is chatting with Ironwall, Apophis will move from his spot at the fire to next to Hardock and Chloe, and he's going to ask, "Did either of you pack food?"
No. Chloe's gonna get all sad. But I have alcohol! And she's gonna hold up her last flask of godly liquor.
What about you, good cook of the group?
Let me see what I got in the pack. I'm sure I brought some.
I have rations.
That's all I have about as well. But I do have a cooking set if we want to go hunting or fishing around here.
I have 1 day of rations. I
Who
can
needs
share
food?
it though.
Aren't we in heaven?
I can share my rations with you guys
I
though.
have 12 rations.
Oh.
And if we need be, we can go hunting if we can, or fishing wherever. As long as we can get some good food or ingredients, I could cook us something.
We're still a day from the river, and I don't think the grasslands are going to have anything to hunt. I have so much.
I can just split the rations real quick. How many do we have here? Besides the robot, we got. Wait, you're a god, right? Why do you need to eat?
It's like you don't know what you're talking. He'll grit his teeth as you.
Chloe is going to like gently be batting at a pop Fiz's feathers.
Stop.
Alina's gonna be pulling out her rations and she's just gonna start eating.
Athoth will speak up and he'll say, "If you guys are rationing, you don't have to worry about me. I only need offerings, but I do appreciate them.
Well, if we
I
don't need it,
like you need food though. It's not the same.
Well, I do have an offering of sort if you'd like. And since you are the god of storytelling, that means my offering to you would be a story.
Ooh, that'd be so nice. Oh yes, everybody, we can go to sleep tonight with a nice story around the campfire, and I'll be here to specifically record it. It'll be great."
But once everybody has their food and everyone gathers around the campfire, I and Wall will begin the story. Well, stories, more so.
Alina's gonna lean on Killian's side as she listens.
Iron Wall will say, I have two stories for tonight, and they aren't that long. The first is of a man. Man that was so stealthy, so entwined with his own shadow that even the gods do not know if he still lives or not. This man has gone by many names. The Shadow Phoenix, Death's Hand, Death's Shadow, so on and so forth.
I'm gonna say
The story that makes this man truly, truly legend is the day that he helped in sealing a king. This man's name is John Phoenix. This man was once known as an assassin. He would be hired for a job and sent. He was an expert at his craft. You would be lucky enough to die without knowing he was there. Less lucky, you would see the glint of his blade before he struck. And the even more unfortunate, all you would know was there was a crossbow bolt in your chest while you screamed out for your allies, being nothing more than bait to draw out his target. But when the realm called for need in sealing the kings, he answered it. Him, along with a few others, assisted a high paladin in sealing away King Mjordik. I believe your party has already sought to put him back where he belongs.
Yeah, and Chloe's gonna show off her armor.
I'm gonna turn away and scratch my head, pretend not knowing what's happening.
Now,
Back in the old days, Apophis will say, a couple 100 years ago,
Uber.
they used to think that King Mjortik and I were brothers. I couldn't stand that prick. Always so open.
I've had to kill him
Chloe's-
a couple times.
Chloe's
I don't
gonna
like that guy either.
yeah, Chloe's gonna show Chloe's gonna gently lift one of the scales on her armor. She's gonna be like, "We didn't like him either."
They are not related. Oh, okay.
And
No, clearly. Because he's way more handsome. And she's gonna point at a pop fist.
Apophis will be clearly blushing and he'll slightly turn away.
What is
And
his
now-
love story? Sorry.
And now for the second story. This story I actually heard not too long ago. A little while before you all got to the mountain. I believe 6-ish months, maybe when you all started your journey. I cannot tell right now. But this is about a pirate. This said pirate was loyal to a fault. He had a strict code that he went by. When he was in battle, he was vicious, without mercy. But the second his enemy surrendered, or the second he gave them a chance, he would give them 3 options. First, join his crew and sail the seas free of whatever they had back home. Second, be placed in a longboat with a week's worth of rations on a trade route and hope someone would pick you up. Lastly, fight for your freedom. If you fought and died, that's it. But if you won in the fight, you would be placed at the nearest port with a share of the profits that came from your boat. But one day, his luck ran out. An information broker that he trusted led him into a trap. He went after a merchant vessel that was supposed to be filled to the brim with gold. What he found were 3 galleons worth of pirate hunters. Before he could try and run, they took out his mast, leaving him sitting, stuck. 2 of the ships boarded him. Him and his crew did the best they could, but at the end of the day, they could not survive. He was the last among his crew to be standing. They chained him to what was his former mast and tortured him for fun. After the fun was over, they sunk his boat, all 3 galleons, giving a broadside. Now, no one knows what happened to the man afterwards. Many believed he died. But this story came from Morrow, where on certain nights, when the fog rolls in, there's a man singing a song, looking for the person and the pirate hunters that betrayed him and killed him and his crew. This happened not too long ago, but many have already put it into the books of myth and or just another wives' tale, fairy tale, something that did not happen. But I've seen that fog and I've heard that song. Whether or not it was him or not, who knows?
That's sad.
Very.
Well,
I've been looking on while we were here, or at least since we've gotten here, I've been looking to see if that man is here. I have not seen his shadow, I've not seen his soul. So, either his soul was already grabbed up by one of the Pantheon, or he is still alive to this day.
crazy. But also very tragic. What about any of you? Any more campfire stories anybody would like to share?
Chloe's just gonna raise her hand.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Okay, so this is something that I used to hear when I was in the dungeons of Mimosa. There used to be an old, well, he should be old by now, but there used to be a very clever and mighty tabaxi by whom no one really knew the name of, but everyone called him Tiger's Mane, which is he wasn't a tiger tabaxi, but that they called him that because of how bright his orange fur was. And he was very good with magic. He would make all sorts of contraptions out of his magic, and one of them could shoot a rock fast enough to pierce someone's skull. And he used his contraptions to help protect his clan from invaders, from pillagers. But one day, he found himself fighting against a small group of mercenaries who were using weapons of blood magic. Blood magic that was stronger than the magic of his god. That's what he called it. He called it the gun. And he could not protect his people from that, it said. And it said that he was so frightened of the blood magic that he ran and disappeared. And then the clan of Tabaxis were taken and shoved and forced into slavery because of his cowardice. Once he realized that he could not defeat the blood magic. Instead of staying and protecting them, he left. It's not a happy ending. That's just it.
Oh, okay.
How a bummer.
Ah, Giles.
Oh, I have one.
Go ahead.
Once upon a time, there was an ugly dwarf, and he was so ugly, everyone died. The end.
Of tragedy tonight. Oh, what do
Some
you
people
have?
got the reference.
Do you have any stories?
It was so ugly, everyone died.
I kind of used all my smartness today, so kind of tired.
How about the king that is here with us? Office, do you have a story?
Apophis is just staring into the fire. He'll look up, locking eyes with each of you. He takes a big sigh as he stares into the fire and pokes it a few more times. Eventually, I'll take a deep breath in and we'll start to tell a tale of his own. Tek Neketsu. It's the name of my brother. We grew up in a thick jungle just outside of a great temple of Mayan. Our father was the chieftain there, and we were both vying for the next leading position. We had threatened of invaders, and our whole family knew that at any point the worst could happen, so my brothers and I were training, just in case. We hadn't had rain for days, and the chieftain wanted a great prayer, to the rain gods. We were going to hold a feast, and he sent us brothers out to the forest to go hunt, to bring back what we could for the people of our town. My brother, the older one, of course, the next up for the chieftain, caught a decent-sized boar, killed it with his magic he'd been studying under our local mage. I had the help of 2 guardsmen under my command, Well, though I was only 14, they followed me, loyal to the... We found a boar far larger than my brother did, but in the process, it severely injured both of my guards. We killed it and brought it back. And as happy as we were, and the guards could be healed, and that was not an issue, but... well, my mother pulled me to the side when my brother and I came back with our hauls. She told me my older brother needed to look good for the rest of the people. She insisted that we carve up the boar I found and keep it stowed, hidden, and allow my brother to take the glory, I suppose you would call it. I was happy with this for a short period. For festivities, we feasted, and the townsfolk were happy. Many of them paraded around Tetsuquatl, praising him with glory and honor. I received a few chidings for not having brought back anything but a few berries, but I shrugged it off. My brother, I knew, was going to be a great king. He'll stoke the fire some more, and he'll say, later that night, blessed be, we got some rain. My brother and I were running around the edges of town. A few drinks in us from the party, of course. Playing a game of, I don't remember what. He slips, falls into a viper pit, but he's clambering his way out, laughing as he does so, kicking a few of the snakes down with him as I help him out of the pit. In one moment, I felt like I had power for the first time. Not just the command of legions, the guards who would drop under my feet if I told them to, but true power. I had the future in my hands as I helped my brother up out of the pit. And I let him go. Later that morning, before my mother had even woken, we were attacked by a neighboring tribe. The fires we'd lit for the feast apparently caught their attention, and they, unbeknownst to us, were going through a famine, so... Once the rest of my family was killed by the invaders, and we fought them off at our temple, I, of course, alone was crowned as king. What you would call a king. We didn't have a whole lot of people left after that. But we rebuilt. My brother left behind many of his journals. Books, things I'd found, recovered from the fires. Many of his teachings that he had learned from the previous mages taught me some of the magics I know today. He was a smart man. And he held me to high regards too, it seems. In one of his last journal entries, I read that he tried talking with my mother. He knew that a big boar would be perfect for the town. He tried to insist that she was wrong, that it didn't matter what the townsfolk thought of the two brothers, that it wasn't important, the size of the boar. He was jealous of me. In the way that I found that I was jealous of him. He swallows as he pokes the fire again. He says, I would just wish I had gotten the chance to speak with him again. Tell him that I was sorry. It was foolish. But he shrugs and he says, the invading force caught my whole family off guard, though. He would have been killed just as long as they were, just as well as they were. Maybe I would have only given him a few more hours, or maybe I spared him from burning to death in the house my family once lived. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever know.
Chloe's gonna put her paw on his arm, just gently.
So you do have regrets.
You know,
Not
I
bad.
may not like you, but I am sorry for what you went through.
We may not like you.
We may hate your
Chloe-
guts, but I'm sorry.
No, we may hate your guts, there is no but. We just started talking then.
Chloe is going to just lower her voice and say, I think if he could see you, he would know. And I think he would probably forgive you, not from the sound of it.
I don't think you deserve forgiveness.
What
Chloe's
good is
gonna wad up a piece of paper and chuck it at Chillian's head.
Well, what good would forgiveness be now? Tens of thousands of years, perhaps, have passed. I don't know. I've lost track, and the hive mind can't count in time where time doesn't exist. So, after each of these realities and all of the other things that have happened, then why does it matter? Why do I think about him so much?
Because
He's
you love him. Even though you had a moment of lapse, you did still love him. You showed that by regretting it and wishing to take it back, I think. I thought I lost my brother, and I don't know what I would do if I couldn't ever see him again, but
I
I
lost
know
my
that hurts.
parents. I don't know where they are either.
I lost something once.
You've apparently jailed mine.
Oh my god, Julian, we know!
No. Really, everyone's gonna tell stories, and then I start telling like, shh, yeah,
You tell the same one every time!
no, it's a different dead person every time. It just ends the same.
Really? Because I couldn't guess. They're all died the same way.
Oof.
Apocalypse will chuckle and lean on the paper that goes into the fire, and he'll say, Ugh, once again, though, there aren't even my memories. It's just what the hive minds put together. So, like you said, fuck, I guess I just could be being puppeteered. Who knows? It could all be fake. Fuck. What
Hey, at
about
least
you?
my memories are homegrown.
There is
Are you sure?
there is one thing that a hive mind can never, or at least a bunch of automatons could never truly put into you. And that is your actual feelings about the matter. That's you. That is you. Take it from me. I've had many, many centuries to try and figure out the machinations of emotion. Just so I can be a better, well, protector. And help out those around me. So I definitely know when someone may or may not be fully with their emotions.
Chloe's gonna lean on Apophis.
He kind
She's
of
drunk. It's okay. She can do this. She's drunk.
He kind of like leans away, but doesn't like push you off or anything, and he'll just turn to Chillian and say, "What about you, big guy? You got a fire tale for us?"
I mean, I just got shut down when I started to talk. I look at Chloe.
I'm sorry. That was mean. She's gonna lift herself off of a pop fist and just like basically go into a sad version of the thinker pose.
Why are you on the office? What happened? What?
She's drunk.
When'd you get there?
uh,
What kind of story do you guys want to hear?
A cool one. All these have been depressing.
Unfortunately, all my cool stories are depressing.
what
Dang
about your happiest memory that you can think of?
Can't ask a depressed man that question.
Yes, you fucking can. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Happiest. I don't remember much.
Just tell us whatever story you want us to hear.
I have two ways. My happiest one. My happiest one. Happiest one.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Nothing. Chillian thought.
Why can't we be friends?
You know,
Oh, is that a copyright
all of
song?
you.
That might be a
Copyright song.
copyright song.
It probably is.
What is the reason that we have for not being capable of being acquaintances? What is the reason we have for not being able to being acquaintances? Yeah.
I could tell the happiest memory that I can remember.
Michael's smiling at me.
Oh,
It was a day. It was the day that I escaped.
Is that a
This was
birthday in my face?
a long time ago. Before this place, before this facility. I for a long time was a tool for people, for some very bad people that had discovered my unique ability of not dying and used that to their advantage.
Does it count as discovering if you keep telling people?
I mean, they discovered I wasn't lying. But I was captured right after my tribe was attacked by a man. And I made direct eye contact with Feather, Pathist, or whatever you go by now. I had started a family. It was good. I was a part of, I was leading the tribe.
Wow.
and we were attacked. And he killed my son.
I said I have happy memory. God damn it.
I have to build up to why it was a happy memory.
Well, you're happy. Was he a little shit?
I'm getting to the happy part, alright? It has a happy ending.
Okay, fine.
I just have to get through all the depression first. But that was my first son I remember. And he was torn apart in front of me while I was powerless to do anything.
Holy shit.
And my tribe was taken over by a separate tribe, a different orc tribe. Was captured. They wanted to just torture me at first. But then that's when they discovered, I look at Chloe again, discovered my incapability of dying. And they used that to push their technology. I don't remember how long I was there, but they had brewed a muzzle into my jaw, so I constantly bleed. Used my to study magic, and this went on for years. I can't be. I'm not great at counting, but it must be hundreds. I saw generations of the tribe was attacked again.
This isn't getting less depressing.
I'm getting to the good part. This is my happiest memory. You just have to understand the lore. But after while I was contained and still chained, some explosion, some fight broke out, and and for the first time in hundreds of years, I could walk free, touch grass, I could feel the sunlight on me, and I ran. And it was a beautiful, clear day, and I jumped to run. I didn't turn back. Eventually, that led to me finding more people, and that I still remember how the wind felt on my skin, how the heat felt, being able to make choices for myself again, and that's the happiest me right.
Nice. Cat smell.
Cool.
I hear cat.
Sorry, that's my cat.
So cute.
Yeah, the bird.
Athoth will hear from his
anyone
eye.
like that story?
Yeah, Athoth will wipe a tear from his eye and he'll start clapping.
Okay.
Bravo, bravo. Oh, what a wonderful place to go to sleep for. Oh.
Man, I wish I
she's
had
on the
happier
Chloe right
memories,
now.
but that's really what I remember the best feeling being.
And not being with us? Wow.
Yeah, you guys kind of suck.
Oh, okay.
No, I tease. You guys are. I'm just. You guys are nice.
Wait till I you two.
Well, as the party rests tonight, I would like to take a quick baby break. Would we mind coming back in about 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And then we'll cross the River Dua on our last hour.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
I'll see you in 15 minutes.
Alrighty.
We don't use your. It's. Oh shit! I forgot what I was gonna have to say. I'm sorry.
I am a god. I am of the machine god. I spend many of my days either here in the afterlife, looking after those in purgatory, or up on the mountain assisting my god. It's kind of a hang of it for a little while.
Rude. I don't mean to be rude, but I think turning yourself into a space heater has affected your vocal settings.
Chloe is going to hand this drawing of a flower to Athoth. I mean a pop feather daddy.
A pop.
Wait.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
A pop. A pop stand.
I cringed after calling.
I only have